person I'm presenting this to is my friend. The artifact that I'm presenting is from a class that I took in fall quarter of 2019 in BIS 265. We were actually asked to compile a lot of our readings and to give our own personal definition of what race meant to us. And then we revisited our definition at the end of the quarter just to see how much it changed and how much we learned. It was a project that I was involved in. Just me, we all individually did it. We read our interpretations to the class just to see where we were similar and where we had differences and what we learned and how our ideas and our appreciations of it changed. We did it, now we must undo it. Race is just an idea, not a fact. It is an idea that is very real, socially real. Race is not biological, but rather it's a social construct. Race and races are products of social thought and relations. A very perplexing notion to grasp, since race is very present in our world, but there doesn't seem to be any clear, concrete indicators to sustain the concept of race. There are no definitions or lines of race. There are no genetic markers that are only found and shared in one race and not another. What is black in the United States is not what is black in, let's say, Cuba. The sad truth is society frequently chooses to ignore these scientific truths, creates race, and pairs them with pseudo-permanent characteristics. Biology becomes just an excuse to use to justify social differences. Race is all based on our cultural lens. Unfortunately, racism is deeply embedded into our society, our thoughts, conscious and unconscious, and the structures that surround us. It is not objective, inherent, or fixed. They correspond to no biological or genetic reality. Rather, races are categories that society invents, manipulates, or retires when convenient. This tactic of manipulation is referred to as differential racialization, essentially drawing attention to the ways the dominant society racializes different minority groups at different times in response to shifting needs such as a labor market. Race becomes a crucial tool and factor in the struggle for gruesome power control. To be completely transparent, I feel foolish and rather embarrassed to admit that I believe race to be biological up until last week when we watched Race: The Power of an Illusion. The way in which I grew up, it gave me cultural tunnel vision. This belief that I held was strongly influenced by the structures that surrounded me and in turn the relationships I watched form in response to it. These relationships made me aware of the stereotypes that follow the connotation of race. Stereotypes aren't something I believe in, but the mere fact that I'm aware of them speaks volumes. I was completely blind to the limits that I had been living within. This new understanding challenges my previously held beliefs because now I'm questioning what else I had fallen prey to. How much else of the world have I unconsciously written off? Regardless of different physical appearance, I've always known that we're all human, all with a story to tell. I now begin to truly see the power that stories carry. Stories are more than just sharing one's experience. Stories give them a voice and reveal that other people have similar experiences. Stories can name a type of discrimination. Once named, it can be combated. Such stories hold the power to push back against and initiate the process of change and correction in our system of beliefs and categories by calling attention to neglected evidence and reminding readers of our common humanity. After learning that race was a human invention, we created it and we are the only ones who can destroy it. I think that this is a very important piece to share because it shows my transformation of challenging myself and challenging previously held ideas that I had and being open to actually learning the truth and seeing the different interpretations. And it also is the reason why I decided to go after a minor in human rights after seeing all these things. And I actually think it's probably one of the best pieces I have written, and I'm very proud.